Okay. So you know what today is? It is a good old meal today, and this meal today would be some homemade mashed potatoes. Okay, with a little bit of liver and gravy and them good old onions. So the potatoes have already boiled. They're already done. So I'm adding my milk and my butter to the potatoes. So I am now mashing my potatoes, okay? Getting it ready for this good old meal. One of these meals your grandmama used to cook, you know what I'm saying? So but not my own grandma, my mama too as well. Let me just go ahead and throw that out there too, cause honey, they made it did, what it do in the kitchen, okay? So anyway, this is the liver I am going to be cooking for this good old meal. I'm going to add some asparagus that I'm cooking in the microwave. Have never tried them before, but hey, there's nothing wrong with trying new things. Hey, so hey, I'm gonna see what it do. So I have already cleaned my liver, which is not easy to clean, okay? But I have to clean my food. Here is the onions I am going to have for my gravy. I am going to cook my onions in some oil, but we'll do that later. That is my flour that I have added all of my seasoning to, salt, pepper, a little bit of seasoning salt, and a little bit of accent. I try not to do too much seasoning in my flour because sometimes your seasoning, too much seasoning can take from your food. So now I am ready to add my liver to the flour mixture. You know you have to handle liver with care because it's easy to tear. I don't know how many people eat liver, but honey, I love liver. But anyway, so I have to handle it with care, season it, you know what I'm saying? Toss it up in there, flip it or whatever you're going to do to go ahead and get that batter all over that liver. And then I get ready to toss it in that pan, boom. Just give it a few more minutes. I got you. I got you. So I am now ready to add the oil to the pan to go ahead and toss that good old liver over there in that pan and get it pretty golden brown and fried up a little bit. So I don't use too much oil. I am using olive oil to fry my liver. Um, don't need to deep fry. I am going to be smothering it in onions and gravy, but I don't like a lot of oil anyway. So the pot that I'm gonna be adding some oil to, I am going to add my onions. That is to saute them to go on top of the liver that I will be leaving out. I am going to leave about 2 pieces of liver out just because I like it like that sometimes. So I am going to have my onions already ready for when I do get ready to eat it. Okay. So I have added the liver as you see, and I am flipping it. I'm going to let it get golden brown on each side. I let it cook probably about 5 to 6 minutes on each side. So it'll get golden brown. You know, we have to make sure it's good and done. We don't want to see all that red stuff. No more the red stuff, okay? So once it's done, um, cooking, I got a couple more slices I have to cook as well. But then you know you go ahead and get them onions in that pot once you finish cooking it. And now the onions is in the pot. Okay. I got it in some oil, some olive oil. So I'm gonna saute them for about 10 minutes. Just until they're tender. So then I go ahead on and stir it up a little bit, you know, kind of saute it, massage that job a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So now it's time for me to go ahead and add my flour because the onions are tender enough for me to go ahead and add my flour to the oil. So I'm adding my flour. I'm gonna go ahead and let it, you know, cook a little bit. I kind of let it be. I like my gravy thick, but I don't like it too thick. I like that heavyweight gravy, but not where it's gonna be too thick. You know what I'm saying? So I am going to continue to mix a little bit of flour to my liking for it to be a little thick and just to my liking as we all do. So I'm probably gonna add a little bit more flour in there just to get it like kind of like where I want it at. Um, and that'll probably be it for the flour because I don't think I would need any more flour for that. So I'm gonna go ahead on once I add the flour, I'm gonna add a little bit of kitchen bouquet. I add kitchen bouquet because I like the brownness. I like for it to be like a little brownness to my liver. Growing up, my grandmama used to use I'm not sure what you call it, the drum, the drippings. I guess you would call it that. Off of the grease that's already in there, you kind of drain it all the way enough until the drippings is gone. Now I cook my liver different from that, even though I like it that, and it kind of give it color. You don't normally need to add no kitchen bouquet, but so I'm doing it this way. I'm adding a little bit of salt because I did taste a little bit. It was not salty enough for me, because like I said, the liver is only going to have a little bit of seasoning on it's not too heavily seasoned. And I'm add my black pepper, and I'm add the last tin little bit of the kitchen bouquet to it. Why not? It's going in the garbage anyway. It's nothing much to add to it anyway. So I'm gonna stir it up a little bit, get that season all the way through that oil and them onions, and keep it, just keep going from there. And then once I add the last little bit of kitchen bouquet, I'm gonna go ahead and add this Sazon or Sazon seasoning as you call it, and get that gravy thick like it's supposed to be. Liver done. That's what it is. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and let it stir and cook. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit and let it cook a little while longer, so it'll get a little cooked a little bit. I just let it cook a little bit. That's just something I do, and let the onions cook in it just for a little while, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my liver to the pot. So as I add the liver to the pot, I'm gonna add it individually. I'm probably gonna put about 3 slices in there, and I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit. While I add the other ones in there for a few minutes, then I'm gonna go ahead on and add some water to the pot on top of the liver and the gravy or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add some water to the pot so it can go ahead and cook a little bit, and that's where it thickens up. So now, as you see, I'm finna add my water, and it's gonna thicken up. I like it. I'm thicken up to my liking. So it shouldn't be too thick for me because I can kind of like eyeball it because I'm so used to making homemade gravy. Some people, have to have measurement. I'm sorry, I don't have no measurements because I'm so used to just doing it because I've been cooking for so long and I watch my grandmother and my mom cook it, so it's so easy for me. So hopefully if anybody's trying to make some homemade gravy, they can just kind of visualize a little bit. I am so sorry, but yeah. Anyway, this is my homemade gravy with my liver, and as you can see, I love a lot of onions in my gravy. A lot of people don't, but everybody have to cook stuff to their liking and how they like it. This is how I prefer it, and it's only me eating it. My son does not eat it, and the one that does eat it, he's not here. So it's just for me. And I cook some smothered hamburgers for my son, my JoJo. Anybody knows me know I got a JoJo. So he don't like onions at all. And that's the last little bit of kitchen bouquet I said I was going to add. But anyway, I hope that you and guys enjoyed the video. I hope I taught somebody something today as for us cooking homemade gravy and liver as well. A lot of people don't cook it, don't like it, and don't know how to cook it for the ones that do. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Whoever watched my video, please like, share, and follow. And as you can see, last but not least, I do add a little bit of hot sauce to my gravy because it does something to the seasoning of your gravy. So just try it. It's nothing wrong with trying something new. It does enlighten your gravy. I can promise you that. It's not spicy at all. You barely could taste it. Just something about that hot sauce in that gravy. Just try it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Thanks again for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if it's on Facebook, please like, share, and follow. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. And yes, I forgot. I'm gonna let this gravy thicken up a little bit longer before I go ahead and end this video because I do want you guys to see how it looks after it finished thickening up. It take a little while for it to thick up. I mean, I have it cut it down kind of low and let it thicken up and kind of, go in and stir it a little bit here and there to keep the lumps from out of it, which you really shouldn't get too lumped up. I did add a teeny little bit more salt because it was not salty enough for me. I don't like a lot of salt at all, but I do like to taste my food. But as I said, keep kind of stir it up here and there to make sure it does not get lumpy. Most of the time it only get lumpy when you add a little bit of flour and water to it to thicken up a little bit more. But as you can see, I didn't really need to do that. At the end of this video, you will see the picture and see how long it took to thicken up, and when it did thicken up, how thick it got. That way you will see it really did not need any more flour or water. But if it get where it's not thick enough for you, Add some flour in a bowl or a cup and add some water and have it like a maybe a little bit soupy. Don't have it pasty. Have it a little bit soupy and add it in there in the mixture in the flour, in the gravy, and then it'll get thicker. Um, Most of the time you shouldn't need it, but and if you learn and it does not be like you want it to be thick enough, then go ahead and do as I told you to do. Sometimes you can use cornstarch and water. Cornstarch is really good too. It don't lump up as much as the flour. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up on my mother and my grandmother doing it on flour. Me, I have seen over the years that cornstarch is really good too. So, now I'm about to go ahead and be out of here. I ain't gonna get on your nerve no more. I am done with this video, okay? This video gave me some problems editing this video. I'm just telling you, just bearing there with me. Anyway, have a wonderful, blessed day again, and I'm out. Peace out.